What is up, fish friends, and welcome back to finally another episode of Casual Reefkeeping. Today's episode sponsored by my full-time job. But on a serious note, this episode is long overdue. The last time we did anything was Halloween, was the live stream with Rob, and a lot has changed a little bit. Life gets in the way, and I was actually a little inspired by Milev's Reef, Mark Levinson, who his live stream on Saturday was about reef depression, and I think he put into words how I was actually already feeling. Also inspired by a little reef beef, and Jim Graham, Telegram, thank you for being a friend, of course. So, a little bit of an update to some changes we made on the tank. One thing you guys are going to notice on the little video behind me is the powder brown tang is gone. So, two things kind of occurred that needed to happen, I guess. Unfortunately, our yellow-eyed coal tang that makes our logo died after, I've had him 6 years. Appeared to be natural causes, nothing was amiss in the tank. And after that, I needed to replace the tang. And in the past, we've tried other tangs and it did not work. So ultimately, I figured, let me find another similar bristletooth tang. Since the coal tang is Hawaiian, very hard to get right now and incredibly expensive, I wasn't going to go nuts. We found a two-spot Bicanatus bristletooth. It's the same genus, similar looking, not quite as purple. So I was hoping, similar fish, it'll be great. Put the fish in, and that was on this past Saturday, actually, and looked good for an hour, and then the powder brown went after it. So at this point, this was the fourth fish the powder brown had gone after. As much as I love that fish, it was time to go because it was keeping me from doing anything with the tank, and I would say a little bit contributing to the reef depression. I wasn't able to make changes, and I was kind of stuck with the fish I have a little bit. Corals are really more my thing, but we had kind of reached a point where that was it. So luckily, we managed to catch it on Sunday in an acclimation box. I put the box in there hoping to get lucky to use it like a trap, and we got lucky. So it went to our favorite local fish store, Absolutely Fish. So if you're local and you really want that powder brown, they have it. Beautiful fish, just it got too territorial. And then in exchange, we picked up a baby blue Hippo tang, and I'm very excited to watch this fish grow. And it'll be another good part of some of the changes. You can see it swimming right past my head there. I'll give you guys a close-up momentarily. So making that big change, I feel a lot better. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where sometimes people say, with your hobbies, you got to spend money sometimes, and that kind of renews your joy. I don't want to say this is about spending the money per se, but it was about doing something different. I made a change because I've been putting off dealing with this overgrowth. You can see it right here. There's spots where it bleached, then regrew, and I left it there, and I need to clean it up. And I just haven't been motivated to. Life got in the way. We were on cruise control with this tank, and that's part of why you haven't seen much of me. So life happens. It was kind of the premise behind the channel was casual reefkeeping, casual. The tank thrived. As you can see, that massive stylo looks like nothing happened. The tank is doing its thing in spite of me. I've got to clean up some of this Hollywood stunner fiasco here. But, as we look a little deeper, the tank was doing great on cruise control. Looking top down, you can see this Monty cap is scrolling away. No regard to anything that's been going on. It is doing great on cruise control, honestly. And the Nano 2, Marlin and Coral are doing just fine. In fact, they laid eggs the other day for the first time, at least the first time we've noticed. right on that dead coral skeleton under the anemone. I don't know if you can make it out in the video, but there are clownfish eggs over there. So we're in business. The pulsing xenia is back with a vengeance. And Puff is doing Puff things. That's what Kayla named her, we're going with. But as you can see, that Xenia is back with a vengeance. But otherwise, this tank is doing great on cruise control too. The soft corals are looking good. The Gorgonia hasn't shown too much polyp extension, and I really got to get the Aptasia under control. But the Nems are happy, so guess we're in business. And I am still in love with having gone topless. So I just wanted to share all of those little updates with you guys. Nothing major I guess the fish thing's kind of major. But, don't lose hope on your tanks. I kind of got to a point where the tank wasn't bringing me the joy it used to, and I needed to do something different. And if you're in the same spot, change something up. You don't have to go nuts. You don't have to spend a ton of money and do something wild. But you know what? Get a new fish. Get something different. Do something different. Find something that kind of gives you the passion back. And I think I'm there again. It was tough watching these tanks on cruise control while I was focused on other things and just, coming home at the end of the day from work, glancing at the tank and going, yep, tank's still there. Just was not doing it for me. I don't want to be like that. You see these massive tanks in, we'll call wealthy people, celebrities' houses where somebody comes in, does the maintenance. It's a glorified television for them. They are watching that ecosystem exist, and they've got no part in it. But we as, reef aquarists, hobbyists, we're part of this ecosystem. We play a role in its maintenance. We get to enjoy the fruits of those labors. So if you're feeling a little defeated, don't give up. Do something different. And test your water. Because who the heck knows what could be going on. But like Jim says, knowing is half the battle. You don't know what's going on if you don't have any data to support it. But here's an update. Thank you guys for sticking around this long and watching. Hopefully I'll have some better content for you guys soon now that things are settling back down. I was working on an EB832 repair video, and of course my EB832 that I was repairing went, we'll call it horribly wrong. I don't know if I was too aggressive with the bigger soldering iron, and I caused the problem, but a trace tore, then a via fell out. I had to make a whole bunch of repairs. Yes, I fixed it. I've got it all on camera, and I'll share that with you guys eventually. It's not something I would recommend for the average person, and frankly, I replaced it. I have that EB832. It's in a box. It's tested. It's functional, but I would not put it back in service as a regular use. That's like a stopgap thing. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll catch you fish friends next time. Don't remember life before you, that's facts. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I